Ain't you supposed to be a PC gamer? Puertorock77, what are you actually doing? You even got people in his comment section clowning him on this situation because dude don't even know what he's talking about, bro. Ain't you going to PC? Why are you still worried about consoles, G?
Not Metacritic, but OpenCritic. It doesn't really matter, right?
Yes, it
And
doesn't
he was
matter.
trying to compare the games released this gen between, funded games by Xbox first party versus funded games by, PlayStation first party.
How is this first party? The vast majority of these games can be played on another device besides their very own console. And you was out here still having this argument, bruh? I mean, but just for the sake of the argument, let's go through the list of PlayStation games. Look how embarrassing this is. God of War Ragnarok, PS4 game. Marvel Spider-Man, PS4 game. I mean, Puertorock is so petty that he's even adding remasters from the PS4 generation. Demon's Souls, a remake of a PS3 game. Destruction All-Stars don't even count because of how bad it is. Ghost of Tsushima, a PS4 game. Returnal, okay, that's available also on PC. More likely coming to Xbox. Death Stranding, the first game is on Xbox, so that don't even count. MLB, why is this even here? Ratchet and Clank, still it's on PC. Rise of Ronin on PC. Horizon on PC. Sackboy PS4, it's a PS4 game. Horizon, another PS4 game. Matter of fact, that's another PS4 game. Gran Turismo 7, another Uncharted Legacy Collection. Not Legacy, the Uncharted 4, which I have that as well. That's a PS4 game. Bro, y'all like, wow. PlayStation been giving y'all nothing but PlayStation 4 games. No wonder people ain't upgraded. But don't worry, Puertorock. They're gonna make sure that when GTA 6 comes around the corner, that they're gonna buy themselves an Xbox or a PS5. Don't feel afraid. But ain't nobody picking up a PS5 for exclusives, bro. Because y'all ain't even got exclusives to offer anyway. Look at that. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, PS4 game. Look at this. This is embarrassing. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is on PC. Last of Us Part 2 is a PS4 game. Lego Horizons, which could have ran on a PS4, but it's on Switch and it's on PC. Concord, the game is gone. Helldivers 2 is on Xbox. Astrobot, again, the free. I mean, this band's even adding free demos. Until Dawn remake, Stellar Blade, okay, that's on PC now. Days Gone, PS4 game. Death Stranding 2, which is PS5, most likely going to PC. Bro, PlayStation ain't got no games, bro. Y'all like, what? They ain't got no games. Look how I broke that down. What games are y'all talking about, man? The vast majority of your games could be accessed and played on a PS4, let alone a PC, and some came to Xbox. And more likely will come to the Switch too. You guys barely have any games, especially in regards to new titles.
And if you look at the list, there's even games on the list that launched first on PlayStation, like Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo. Those were actually like time exclusives for PlayStation.
Oh, you know what? You know what also launched on Xbox before? Gears of War. And now you guys out here singing and parading that you waited 20 years to play a remastered version of a remastered game, which is actually worse than what Ultimate Edition is. Because I'm playing that game and the shotgun is absolutely abysmal. You ponies don't know any better. You don't play Gears, so don't sit there and tell me how this game is supposed to be played, okay? But like I said, you guys waited 7 to 8 years for Sea of Thieves. I mean, Pentiment, all these games. You guys said that Xbox was enjoying that. I don't need an Xbox anymore because these games are coming over, but yet you waited way more years for those games than what we did for Helldivers 2, which was only 1 year.
Yeah, right. And then he's including games like,
but we the market leader.
Was, I think, not even
we the market
first
leader.
Party, but whatever, right? He gets it pretty much. Everything owned by Xbox.
And it's so embarrassing, bro. This man's even adding annual MLB releases. Y'all should just put that in under one. Look at that. You guys have far less games than Xbox, bro. Black Myth Wukong shouldn't be there. Bro, all those games are on Xbox now. What are we doing? This man is so petty that he even added MLB 23, MLB 24, Bro, you're adding annual sports titles? That should just be under one category. I'm sorry. Bro. And y'all say PlayStation ain't struggling with the output of games.
It belongs to Xbox now, and then you have everything owned by PlayStation and stuff like that, right?
Like what?
So he looks at the quantity of games and then the aggregate score. And then he puts up, what's coming versus, pretty much what's coming, right? So 4 games coming up for Xbox and 2 games coming up for PlayStation, right?
Wow.
And given at the time this was before
Oh, no, but what about baby steps?
Side launch, right? Okay.
Well, I mean, games that actually matter to the average gamer. I get it.
So I look at this list, right, and I'm thinking, given the environment that we're in today, like, what is the point of this discussion, right? Like, when we used to discuss first-party games, it was because of the competition between the first-party providers, right? Sega versus Nintendo.
Oh, here we go. You call this competition? What competition is this, man? This ain't no competition. Y'all ain't got no games, man. And at the end of the day, yes, Microsoft is pumping out more games than Sony. It's facts, bro. Nobody cares about Lost Soul Aside, and the only game that y'all got coming out this year is Ghost of Yotei, as you can see right there. That is it. That's all y'all got. If it wasn't for Xbox putting games on PlayStation 5, you people would literally have nothing. Take that in consideration right now. Like, damn, if it wasn't for Xbox putting their games on PlayStation, we would really have nothing to be playing right now.
PlayStation for the Xbox, and any combination of that, right? Each platform had their first-party games, which were exclusive to that platform, and that's really the.
And ain't none of these games that you showing here is exclusive to the PlayStation platform either. The vast majority of these games can be played, accessed on PC. Some titles have went to Switch as well as Xbox as of recently.
Competition, right? Like, you look at, let's go back to PlayStation 2 versus. I'll do a more successful Gen 4 Xbox. We'll use 360, right? With 360, a lot of people bought 360 over the PS3 because of Halo 3, Gears of War, right?
What about that high price tag of $600? What are you talking about, bro? That's where it really started.
A fact, which at the time were timed exclusives. And some of them wasn't even Xbox first-party titles, but, you get the point, versus Resistance and Uncharted and stuff like that, right? It wasn't until later towards the years when PlayStation started pushing, Demon's Souls, Uncharted 2.
That's not what made people buy the PS3, and I know because I had one at launch. What made people buy the PS3 was the fact that when they dropped it down to the Slim, that's when it changed. When it was $299, the price, very according to what they were doing with Xbox. They took out the backwards compatibility of PS2, but I think it helped benefit Sony, and it was for Call of Duty. I'm telling you, man, I remember playing Rainbow Six Vegas, and when Call of Duty came to that platform, and it had some pretty decent ports, they abandoned those games, bro. I'm telling you, I know, I was being part of it. I'm going to go play the new Call of Duty MW2. That's when I knew PlayStation gamers were becoming casual. I'm not saying Xbox gamers didn't play those games either. They did, but there's a reason why Gears of War and all these other games still exist, because we still supported them. Y'all didn't support your own games. That's why we don't hear about them no more. Because if you did, we'll be still seeing sequels. We wouldn't be worrying about Sony out here, trying to get Marvel license to make games for y'all. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, y'all don't even got your own intellectual property anymore.
War 3, The Last of Us, Infamous, that the exclusives was given, a more of an edge. I even throw in Metal Gear Solid 4, which was a big hit, right? So that's really how the battle goes,
And how well did that battle work for Sony? Because that battle did not really work well for them on PS3.
If you focus on the first party, it was these first-party games versus those first-party games, and the platform had those titles, those first-party games defined the platform. I asked this simple question. I already know the answer, but just because I know the answer doesn't mean everybody knows the answer. Some people may not even have wondered or even thought about this. I guarantee there's some people who looked at this image and saw my question. Anyway, the question I asked was, for console gamers, not PC, which console plays the majority of all the games you see in this image? And what that is you look at every game here, right? And you look at every game here.
What are you doing,
right?
bro?
And then for the console market, and primarily, we already know Nintendo's out of the picture. So this is really between PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, right? The series console. If you have one or the other console, which of those two consoles had access to most of these games, right? So it's a really easy answer. The answer is
to these games, but Xbox still has more access to games than y'all, though. They have access to Dev Mode, which can play PlayStation 1 and 2 games. They have access to the original Xbox, 360, Xbox One generation, right? Just no different than PS4 to 5. So what are you talking about? Xbox has more games than you. If this is the argument that you're trying to make, Xbox, I'm telling you right now, has more games to play than you. Because Dev Mode already opens a whole new can of worms. A whole new can of worms that PlayStation 5 cannot do. So the discussion is already over. Now, if we're talking about in games here, like I'm like, what do you mean? Like, of course, PlayStation gamers play. Well, I say give or take, but of course they play more of these games because there's more hardware sales, right? More hardware would mean more people. But then that's a hardware argument. That's not something that we use. Well, quote unquote, I don't use this because I don't care. But console fanboys don't use in regards to a console war, right? Like you said, it was about the games. It wasn't about the hardware sales of this, and that. No, it's about which one's giving you the output of games.
PlayStation. It's obvious, right? But for some people, it's not that obvious. Some people never even bothered to think about that.
But that's funny that you say that because Helldivers 2, they play that more on PC than they do on PlayStation. MLB, matter of fact, you know what? You want to break this? MLB, they play that game more on Xbox. Did y'all know that? MLB is actually very popular on Xbox. That's why it came over. So I guess that's 3 or 4 since you got 3 or 4 of those MLB titles, right? So what are you talking about? Your games, some of your games are not even worth being played at all, to be honest with you. So I don't get what you're talking about. PlayStation gamers ain't even playing their games anymore. Y'all too busy playing third-party and Xbox games. Why do you think their games are trending on your own storefront?
Right? But you look at, with the PS5, every game on the bottom, right, the PlayStation 5 games, is all playable on PS5.
Here we go.
And at the top, all the games on Xbox Series X and S are playable on Xbox Series X. That's easy. It's obvious, right? So now, to find the answer, you got to ask, okay, how many games in the top can be played on PlayStation, and how many games on the bottom can be played on Xbox, right? And if you look at the bottom, the only games that PlayStation had that you can play on.
Now, the real question is, how many of these games can be played on a PS4 where you don't even need to buy a PS5? That should be the ultimate question. Matter of fact, we could go through that list for you. God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man Remastered. Some of these games ain't even worth mentioning. If they're terrible, I'm not even mentioning them. Destruction, I'm not even counting that as a game because that game sucks. Ghost of Tsushima, that's 3. Death Stranding, that's 4. I think MLB's next gen or whatever, right? Horizon, that's 5. Sackboy 6. Horizon 7. Gran Turismo 8. 9. 10. Wow. 11. Wow. 11. Horizon. That's just because they didn't put it. So 11 of these games, or 12 of these games can be played on a PS4. 12 of these games, you don't even need a PS5 in the first place. What are we doing, man?
Xbox is MLB The Show. There's like 2 of them. 3 of them, right? Show.
This man even adding DLC. Hold on, I just seen bro. What the?
24, 23. Show 23, Show 24, Show 25. That's playable on Xbox. Helldivers is playable on Xbox. And Show 22, man. Most of the games that's playable on Xbox is The Show. So pretty much MLB The Show, all of them. You got Helldivers from that list. Do I see anything else? I don't see anything else. They're moving, right? Maybe more of these games will be.
I mean, considering that you're doing remasters, right, means also I can also do them too. Now, mind you, they're not added for Xbox because we got free upgrades and Microsoft didn't have to sell us one. But since you're doing this, right, about certain these games are not on Xbox, but they're on PlayStation. Do you guys have Gears 2? I'm not saying these games ain't coming. I'm just saying as of right now, do you have Gears 2, 3, 4, 5, Tactics, Judgment? Is even Gears E-Day coming? As of right now, we don't know that. What are you talking about? Do you have Halo 1? Not saying they're not getting a remake. Don't take my words and try to twist it. Ain't nobody saying they're not getting these games. But I'm saying, as of right now, because you want to say, it goes to the Deathloop, it's timed exclusive for PlayStation. Well, let me tell you where the time is on Xbox, okay? Because we own games to time. Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, Reach, ODST, Master Chief Collection, Halo 5 even, Halo Infinite. All right, if I type these games, can I play them on my PlayStation right now? You're like, damn, GameStop. You're right. So what are we actually doing here, man? Matter of fact, we got Forza Horizon 5 though. Oh, you do? Oh, you do? That's what you guys want to count? Now, okay, that's good. You got me there, guys. Oh, you got GameStop. You always, GameStop. You lost this one. You got an L. No, I always come out with the W. Forza 5, Forza 6, Forza 7, Forza Horizon 1, Forza Horizon 2. Oh, you can't do that. Forza Horizon 3. Yes, I can. Forza Horizon 3. Forza Horizon 4. Oh, you can't count that. And then the new Forza Motorsport for the Xbox Series X. You can't do that. That's cheating, man. Well, listen, if y'all using MLBs, then I could use these. All right? So what are you talking about? Starfield? What are you talking about? Avowed even? These games can't be played on PlayStation 5 right now? They're like, damn, game, so you body this dude. I'm bodying you, bro. You ain't got nothing. You got no argument. Your games, you can play the vast majority of your titles on a PS4, for crying out loud. And you want to sit there and talk about games that we're missing out on Xbox? Bro, you missing out on a lot of games too, bro. To cut the cap, bro. Ain't nobody want to hear this trash. Oh yeah, Stalker 2, remember that? Even though it's coming to PS5, it was timed exclusive, everybody first, right? Like, you're so stupid.
Up on Xbox, but as of right now, that's it. Oh, Death Stranding. There you go, Death Stranding. I'm sorry, Death Stranding. There you go. So Death Stranding, the MLB The Shows, and Helldivers. That's pretty much it. That's all you get. Now, if you look at what can PlayStation play...
What about State of Decay 1, State of Decay 2, State of Decay 3? Crackdown 1, 2, and 3. Even though 3 is not that good. I'm just saying, bro. Killer Instinct as of right now. Screw the PC argument. This is about consoles, right? These are games that are not playable on PlayStation right now. Now, nobody's saying, because I think that both of them are going to be trading games. That is my philosophy. I've told people this. It doesn't matter. The console wars is over. But I'm saying in regards to your argument, you're still missing out on a lot of games that are only on Xbox or Xbox PC that are not on PlayStation. I mean, if you want to nitpick, and the funny thing is, a lot of the games that you're providing, I don't even need a PS5 for. I can play them on a PS4. So that even destroys your argument even furthermore.
It's at the top. Hell, some of these games were first on PlayStation. Like Deathloop, there we go. Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, that was actually first on PlayStation.
And you know what was also first on Xbox? Gears of War Reloaded. Gears of War. 20 years. Oh, we can't count that one. Okay, I'm sorry.
Or even Xbox, which is pretty hilarious, right?
Pretty hilarious.
2 is there now.
What's hilarious that you waited 8 years for Sea of Thieves. That's pretty hilarious.
Horizon's there. Dust Falls, Grounded, right? Minecraft Legends is there. All the Call of Duties is there, obviously. I think the anthology, the Ages of Empire, Motorsport is not there, but that franchise is done. They canceled that shit. Avow's not there, but I would imagine those.
But I'm saying, no, we're not talking about canceled. No, that doesn't count because Days Gone 2 got canceled and you still out counting Days Gone 1. Don't come here and try to flip the narrative, buddy. First off, you're missing out on more games on Xbox franchises. I mean, where's Dead Rising 3? Where's Rise Son of Rome? I'm just saying, I hope Microsoft ports these games to your platform. I really do, because PS5 has no games. But I'm saying to you, you're saying that, I don't need an Xbox, right? Or at least this argument that you're bringing up because these Xbox games are coming. But like I've said, where's Forza Horizon 1, 2, 3, 4? Where's Forza Horizon 1, 2, 3, and 4? Where's Forza 5, 6, and 7? I don't care about the other one that got canceled. They still have this one that came out that's still not on your platform. What are you talking about? Where's Gears 2, 3, 4, 5? Where are these games? I cannot play these games right now, Puertorock. You guys can keep saying that these games are coming, but as of right now, of where this argument that you're trying to lead it to, they're not here now. So keep on waiting, Pony.
It's all going to end up coming on PlayStation, at least like about or whatever. And then the upcoming games, Ninja Gaiden is going to be there. Outer Worlds 2 is there. I don't know about Tower 1 and Keeper and stuff like that. That's interesting. Hype of trying to get Steam on the next Xbox as an app because, Xbox gamers can't keep living like this. You can't keep living owning a console and you're missing out on games and stuff like that. That's just crazy.
What are you talking about? You're missing out on games. What are you talking about, bro? Ain't nobody want your damn games. What do you don't understand? Nobody cares about your games, bro. You don't even care about your own games. Weren't you complaining about Lost Soul Aside yesterday or a day ago? You don't even like your own games. How can Xbox gamers keep living like this? I'd say the same to PlayStation. How can you guys keep living with God of War, Ragnarok, Spider-Man, PS4 remasters? How can y'all keep living like this with Concord failures? How can you guys keep living like this? Lost Soul Aside 59.8 on Metacritic. I don't care about the review scores. Y'all know my opinions, but these are things that you guys advocate. Oh, we don't play games. We play games that are 9s and 10s, and you got PlayStation fanboys defending a game with a 5.8 on Metacritic. You people ain't nothing but a bunch of hypocrites.
While the console you decide not to get is getting more games like that, so I can see why the hype.
What do you mean? I could play all your PlayStation 1 and 2 games on my Xbox. What are you talking about? Through dev mode. Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating. It's a feature. It's a feature that I pay for. It's a feature that people can use. I don't understand how that would not count. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what I can play on my Xbox Series. I can play NES, Super Nintendo, N64. I can even play all the GameCube. I can play all PlayStation 1, 2 games. What are you talking about? Xbox got more games than you. They have more games than you. Oh, that's cheating, though. That's cheating. That's cheating. What's cheating about it? Because Sony don't allow you to do it?
The next Xbox.
That's cheating, man.
So big, even if it ends up just being a PC. But it's crazy. But here's the real kicker. It's just some of the reaction.
Man, you PlayStation fanboys are delusional. No Stray or Sifu. What are you talking about? Those games are on Xbox? What? And Stray's even on the Switch too. Wow. Pathetic. Pathetic. Oh yeah, look at this response. Damn, near all the PS5 games are remastered that can be played on the PS4. What are you even arguing about? Spider-Man 2, Returnal, with the Bud, Helldivers 2. What do you mean? Hold on. You can't count Helldivers 2, brother. You can't count that. Remember in your video, Helldivers 2 is on Xbox. You can't count it now, right? So why is that there? Helldivers 2 goes to your day, Launch on the Giant, Stellar Blade, Death Stranding 2, Astro Bot. If you're still on PS4, look at it. I don't know what's worse. You have to list off 9 games out of 37 that aren't playable on the PS4, or that you're using this crazy list. Wow, he's right though. He's right, and the funny thing is, those games are on PC. Spider-Man PC, all those games are on PC, all of them, besides Death Stranding 2, which we already know is coming, and Astro Bot, right? I mean, come on, man. You guys are looking real bad, bro. You guys know that the vast majority of your games. Like, this man made a whole list of 37 games of PlayStation and only mentioned 9 of these games to this dude. And the funny thing is, out of those 9, they're on PC, and one of them went to Xbox. You people ain't nothing but a joke. This guy said 11 remasters or remakes, but they count as a new game. Hey, somebody send this man over here, man. Yo, that's crazy. I told you, bro. I went through the list. This man said 11 remasters, and y'all counting those as new games? That's crazy. Here we go with the Pony Palooza. Oh, we just gonna overlook that? I don't even count those games. That 8 of those games on the everybody list of remasters and remakes. Which ones? Starfield, Avowed, South of Midnight, Doom Dark Ages, Ninja Gaiden 4, Grounded 2, Outer Worlds 2? Those are remasters to you? Indiana Jones? Y'all like, damn, games, so you just destroyed them again. What are you talking about? Matter of fact, most of these games dropped this year. Let's do it again for the ponies in the back. Ready? We got Avowed, South of Midnight, Doom Dark Ages, right? We're talking about only the new ones, right? Doom Dark Ages, Ninja Gaiden 4, which they help funding and publishing. I don't care if these games on PlayStation. I'm just saying games that Microsoft is producing. Black Ops 7, right? Outer Worlds 2. I didn't even count Gears of War Reloaded. I don't even count that game even for Xbox. That's more games than what you guys got. Grounded 2. Y'all like, oh snap. Your whole argument is body, bro. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, Puertorock is at it again. And like I said, PS5 ain't nothing but the place for remasters and remakes.